was the type of intensity and attention to detail that you wanted right off the bat last game, this game?
Yeah, I mean, I think that our guys played hard, and I do think there was a focus for all 40 minutes. You know, regardless of who was in, who wasn't in, I think we had a focus for 40 minutes, which is needed.
Part of just to getting the jitters out from last game, you're now a game into the season, you're more comfortable.
No, I mean, no, not at all. I wouldn't. I don't think the two are related.
Is there any way to tell, in your mind, how much the China trip, in terms of the practices and the games, helped your guys to get ahead defensively, offensively at all?
I don't know whether you can measure that. I mean, we're not the only team to take a foreign trip. A lot of teams did. It definitely it helped us, I think. How much, who knows? And you know, we'll see on a go-forward basis.
Coach, talk about the emphasis of your 1-2-2. Was it successful today, and going forward, utilize it a lot?
Well, I mean, we have to work on it. It was successful at times. Then when they made adjustments, you know, we got to go back and now make counter adjustments quicker. I thought, you know, but in terms of not letting them get into a rhythm as much as turning them over, I thought it was effective. Even the times where they didn't, or we didn't get a turnover, I thought that they're off. They looking at tapes of them. You know, they do what they do. I mean, they get the shots they want where they want it, and I think that our press was effective in keeping them off kilter a little bit.
Can you talk about the play of the freshmen and just being able to get them extended minutes?
They're going to play extended minutes, and that's probably going to be regardless of who the opponent is. And I think that I said this walking off some point today to the halftime to the TV people. You know, we're going to have a lot of different combinations. It's not like we're going to have a set core necessarily, and so and that's a lot of that's because of our versatility across the board. So different people are going to play different positions with different groups, and so we have to get precise regardless of who's in the game. We have to just that precision at both ends of the court, regardless of what 5 people coach has in, is what we have to get quickly.
Is there freedom with that, knowing that you don't have to go back to a certain group of 5? You don't have to lean on it. You can make adjustments of one player here, one player there.
Absolutely, absolutely. I said we're a lot, relative to the last couple of years, we're deeper, we're more versatile.
How far away is Adams? He looked like he was still limping a little bit.
He is still limping. He is still limping. He's not. I don't know what percentage to put on it, but he's not 100%, and he's still, you know, in a little bit of pain. But he felt good enough to go, and just wanted to get him out there just to kind of get the jitters over with for him.
You had this versatility. Are you having guys practice at multiple positions also?
Yes.
How good was it to get starts minutes in the second half at the point guard?
It was what it was. I mean, that's the second game in a row. He's picked up a couple quick fouls in the first half, and I actually had planned on putting him back in. I mean, we don't have a set, you know, 2 fouls you don't play anymore. But I like what I was seeing from everyone else that was out there, and so he didn't go back in. And then in the second half, I like what I was seeing with him out there, so he stayed out there. And so I think that's when we talk about the versatility right there. That's the luxury that you have if you know someone's doing it, someone's not doing it, with different options.
Sean, what do you take out of this heading down? You got a week before you play again, but you got off to the quick start. You got a lot of people involved tonight. Got some guys playing time. What do you take out of this going forward?
I'm not sure. You know, after I sit and digest it and get ready for our next opponent, I probably can figure out what we take out of it. I just think what I said earlier, we're going to have different combinations on the court at different times of the year. And so we can mix things up in practice all you want, but just to get that feeling going against a different opponent was probably the biggest thing we took away from that. And we were lucky. Number 13 on their team got in foul trouble early. He makes a big difference when he's out on the court with them. And so we kind of took them out of a lot of stuff that they in looking at tapes that they normally go to.
People expect Jason and Hollis to lead the team in scoring. What can you say? Tonight they were more aggressive. They had, I think, 12 of the first 13 field goals in the game. A little bit different than on Saturday.
Who expects that?
I think most people expect them coming back as the leading returning scorers.
Yeah, but we don't work like that. I think that you know, in the first half, you know, Jason had a lot of shots, maybe too many, but he was open, and they were playing that 1-3-1, and I thought our guys did a good job of moving it around, and he ended up with the ball in his hands at the opening point. I think we have, I mean, these guys have to score for us, and I agree with you with that one. I mean, but we don't need. We will take it with the number of points that Jason had the other day, or what he had in the first half today. Because we have different pieces, we have guys that are moving the ball. The ball's moving really nicely for the age of our team right now. So, you know, it was these guys today, it was whoever it was the other day. Whoever scores.
Sean, what about the defensive effort tonight? The turnover, obviously, you know, you forced a lot of them. I think there were like 6 or 7 in the first 8 minutes of the game.
Yeah, I mean, I think as much as you look at the turnovers, I thought that we did it. What I told them is we want the opposition to get tough contested shots. And I think we did a good job of forcing them to get tough contested shots. And then the turnovers and the weak calls will be an added bonus. But I thought our guys did a good job of making sure every shot they had was a contested shot, was over someone. And that's what we want to do. We don't want the other team to get an easy shot. And I thought that we did a pretty good job of helping each other in that regard, and supporting and covering and not making excuses.
Questions for the players?
Jason, talk about your offensive aggressiveness in the first half. And, you saw mismatches and went directly at it.
I think a lot of it was just good ball movement, like Coach was saying. It was good ball movement. You know, I ended up with the ball being wide open. You know, shots weren't falling, but you know, other people on our team were making shots too. So I don't think it was me, you know, trying to take advantage of a mismatch.
You had 4 teammates out there that were 6'8" or taller. What's it like to? What do you feel like you're looking at out there? Just
My teammate?
yeah, when you've got 4 guys that have that kind of length. Out there.
It helps a
How
lot.
tall are you?
6'8.5".
I think it helps a lot, especially on defense with our length. You know, we were able to bother teams, you know, cause teams to turn the ball over.
Does it feel markedly different than in the past, just by having guys that are that?
It does a little bit, you know, that guys can get to, you know, we can cause more steals, like I was saying. So it does feel a lot different.
Can you talk about those opening 5 or 6 minutes where you guys just put your foot down and take care of business?
That's what we've been wanting to do. That's what we've been stressing, you know. First couple of minutes just to go out there and, you know, set the tone. So I think that's something we've been stressing in the locker room. That's something we've been stressing in practice. So we wanted to carry over into our games.
How was, from a confidence standpoint, how nice was it to go out there and really make everything you put up?
It was good.
It's all going to get out of you.
Have you ever had issues with confidence, Tom?
No, never.
How else to get those shots though, and you get them to drop in the flow of the offense and everything when it's working like that? Just, you know, it helped you guys build the lead. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think to start off, we were running the offense pretty well, and we got, you know, the open shots we wanted to get, and we knocked them down.
What's your impression of the freshmen? Talk, I guess, maybe particularly like Otto and Greg, what you've seen from them in the first 2 games.
I think we've got a solid group of guys all around them, and they're ready to come in and contribute immediately. And I think that makes a big difference to us being a good team.
What are there things from the China trip in terms of the way they play, their understanding of offense or defense that you can see from that trip that they picked up?
I mean, not
They were
necessarily.
0 for today, weren't they?
What's that?
They were 0 for
Yeah.
Over? They got rebounds.
from 3.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, as far as the China trip, I think not really anything in particular. I just think everybody got a better feel of what each other can do, and I think we have better chemistry because of it.
Any other questions?
Yeah, I know. When you gonna do the haircut? Soon.
Hey, Jason, talk about Starks' development. Where do you see him going this season?
I think he's learning every single day. You know, he's getting better every single day. You know, he's the type of guy that you just gotta stay in his head. You know, he needs you know, confidence. He needs, you know, people telling him that, you know, like we had to stress him to shoot the ball. You know, he didn't want to shoot the ball a lot, and in China, that was something that I was always in his head about, wide open shots, not shooting them. But I think he's getting better as a player, and he's going to be a great point guard.
Anything else?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.